welcome back. I am excited for today's video. I will be doing an assortment of different things in the kitchen, and I thought I would just pick up the camera and film it for you all, and hopefully gives you some ideas. I have a lot of other cooking related videos in a whole playlist. If you are here for the cooking, I do a variety of things on my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lynette. I'd love if you would stick around. I love doing homemaking, lifestyle related content, also some vlogs here and there. So I am gonna jump into the video and hope you guys enjoy it. Just do a little bit. So I'm making some bars, and originally this recipe called for M&Ms, but I discovered after I started making them that I don't even have any M&Ms. So I just decided, well, they're gonna be good without those either way. So I'll have the recipe linked below. It should still be just fine either way you decide to make them, but they were delicious even without the M&Ms. She doesn't know what that is. She doesn't know what magic word means. Harper, it means you say please or say excuse me.
Please. Say please. Please.
That's why it's your job to be a good big sister. Teach her what all of that means.
Say cheese. Cheese. Light.
Know that if I have things cut up and chopped, I'm much more apt to use them. It just really cuts down on the amount of stuff you have to do when you're cooking things. The other thing that I wanted to do was shred some cheese, and I've gotten a couple blocks that I want to shred. I also got a new cheese shredder, and I've never had one like this. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. They're really not expensive, and it's something that just cuts your shredding down to, like, I don't know, half or less, because it goes so fast. You can whip through blocks of cheese in no time. So highly recommend getting one if you do not have it and you love having freshly shredded cheese. There's just nothing like it. So I'll have my link below. So I decided to make some of these smashed potatoes. I've done some similar on our Traeger or the smoker, but I just did them in the oven tonight. You just cook them, and then you smash them with the bottom of like your glass, and that kind of like cracks them. And then I poured over like a melted butter, garlic, seasoning mixture over it, kind of brushed it on. And then you're gonna go ahead and put some of that, you know, freshly shredded cheese or regular shredded cheese if you want on top. And you could even add like bacon bits, kind of customize it to how you like it. I added in some chives or some sliced like little green onions. And then I just put it back in the oven for a little bit to kind of crisp it up a little and melt it. And they're just delicious. I really like them. So this chicken that I'm making, I used the chicken tenderloins and I made a sauce to go over it, and it didn't really turn out as I expected. I got the recipe off Pinterest, but I was supposed to have like Hidden Valley Ranch mix and I didn't have any, so I made like my own seasoning from a recipe I found, but it's just not the same. So I also felt like the sauce was too runny and I hadn't like thickened it enough, I guess. It just, I don't know, the flavor was not quite how I'd like it, and so I probably won't share this recipe with you all, but maybe it can inspire you to like make some type of sauce to put over chicken. That's always really good. So it could definitely be customized, and you know, as long as you have a little base, you can thicken it and then season it however you like. You could even add cheese to it, you know, whatever. Sky's the limit. But yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment, but I decided, well, that's real life. I'll just share it with you anyway. So after dinner was cleared away, I got my starter that I'd been feeding the last day or two, and I prepped two different things. So one is bagels and the other one is a loaf of like the artisan style bread. And I've only made bagels once before, and I am very pleasantly surprised at how easy they are. I was very intimidated by them, I'll be honest. I just thought there were so many steps and that whole boiling thing and all of that. I just thought they looked complicated, but Farmhouse on Boone, Lisa, she kind of inspired me to try it. I didn't use her recipe because I have like a recipe in an actual physical cookbook, the Artisan Sourdough cookbook, and so I have been using that one. I'll link that below as well. It's very like an easy cookbook, but Lisa is just a plethora of knowledge and she's just a sourdough queen. So go check out her sourdough recipes. She has all of them on her YouTube channel or her blog, one or the other, Pinterest. She's just a wealth of knowledge. So she kind of inspired me and gave me the courage to try. Also with my artisan bread here, I did not do like a long proof. I just did it overnight, except I added in a few stretch and folds to just kind of strengthen the dough a little bit. And it honestly, I feel like it helped a lot. Some sourdough can take a while to actually, from start to finish, can take a while, can take a couple days. And this version is also in this cookbook that I mentioned, and it's just a much quicker, less fermenting time, obviously, but it works great. And this time I was very surprised, even with the scoring, how it turned out. I was very, very happy with it.
When I was at my worst, it's grace that you extended that I did not deserve. I am so amazed by all you have done. I cannot explain the depth of your love. Limits can't contain the heart of you, God. I'm amazed at the depth of your love. Your mercy came and found me, gave me a second birth.
Okay, bagels are done. I did a mixture of different kinds. So I did a few plain. Those are really thick, puffy. Then I did some cinnamon sugar, some poppy seed, and some everything but the bagel seasoning. And we're gonna have some fresh bagels this morning. And next, I am going to bake my bread, my sourdough bread. I did not do a long proof like in the fridge, so I could now put it in the fridge and let it proof for another whole day, but this recipe actually, it's like a quicker one. It's still, it's gonna taste good, hopefully, Has a little bit of whole wheat flour in it, and I put some rosemary in it. I didn't have garlic cloves, otherwise I would have roasted that to do like a roasted garlic. But this way it won't be as like, I guess, fragrant, and you know, it'll be good for sandwiches and stuff. So hopefully it'll work. I haven't actually baked a loaf in a while, and so I'm expecting this one to be fairly jiggly because it's not like cold from being in the fridge. So we'll see. It may not look all that nice.
You took what I deserve. I am so amazed by all you have done. I cannot explain the depth of your love. Words can't contain the heart of you, God. I'm amazed at the depth of your love. And I am so amazed by all you have done. I cannot explain the depth.
They're still steaming. I should probably wait a little longer, but we want to eat them.
Is you ready then?
Yep. Careful. This one has cinnamon sugar on it, and I put some honey on it.
Why?
That's pretty good.
Yep,
What do you think?
I love it. What the?
I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. Puffed up really nicely. I want to thank Walnut Creek Foods for sponsoring today's video. I have talked about them so often in the past. If you're new here, they are based in Holmes County. They have a food distribution and also manufacturing plant there. They have a couple of stores that you can go visit, shop at. Walnut Creek Cheese in Walnut Creek is their biggest location, and they also have another store in Berlin. So if you're going to the Holmes County area, Amish country, definitely stop there. They also, you know, do a lot of distribution, sending things out to stores across the United States. So for instance, we can get some things down here. Detweiler's has, you know, a wide variety of things, but these are just like a few things that we can get here. It's not like I can't get as much down here as I could in Ohio, but they've got a lot of like canned foods. They have deli, meats, cheeses. They've got a cannery section where they do jams, jellies. They have a lot of bulk food items. You can order things online. You can use my discount code Lynette for 10% off if you are wanting to shop online. And Walnut Creek Cheese and the Walnut Creek Foods name is something that I grew up with as a kid. It was very familiar. It's a brand that I can just support and stand behind. And I will leave my discount code in the description box below. I often get asked where that is. They do make it a little complicated, but it's basically when you see the title of my video, there is like a little arrow or like a more button you can click, and that will open up. Depending where you're viewing it on, it's a little different. I have all of my links and information, recipes, and things like that. So anything that I'm referring to today, I will try to link or have written out. Go check them out. I was going to show you guys my Amish peanut butter sandwich that I made, but my footage is just blurry. I don't know. I'm having issues with my camera, as you can probably tell in this video. And I just have struggles getting it to focus properly. I think it looks like it's focused, and then I come to edit it and it's not. So anyway, I was gonna show you all a Amish church lunch sandwich, but you can go watch my actual video on that if you're very interested in it. I do have one that I did a couple years ago. Alright, I'm trying a new recipe, and that is the viral Big Mac Smash Tacos is what they're called, I think. And I've shared it on my Instagram, so if you're not following me there, definitely do so. It's at Lynette Yoder _. But these were a big hit, so I'll just show you kind of how I'm doing it, and then I'll explain a little bit more at the end.
Big Mac sauce and everything.
Well, that's kind of like this.
Oh, the best.
Did you cut that lettuce, please? Be careful.
With what?
Knife.
Mom, I want like that too.
Does this work for your master's dinner situation?
Great master's Thursday evening dinner. Absolutely fantastic.
Paper plates and all. So that was a big hit. I am just really amazed that I haven't ever come across it before. This was a viral TikTok recipe. Not that I go on TikTok, I don't even have TikTok, but that's what the Pinterest thing says, so I'll link it below. It's literally such an easy meal, and it would take like no prep pretty much, as long as you have like, you don't even have to have lettuce, but we put the bare minimum on it. We didn't even put onions or pickles, things like that on that, you know, normally you would find on a Big Mac. So you just smush some burger on the tortillas, and then you season with salt and pepper, put it in your pan, fry it, like smash it a couple times. It's a really thin layer of burger, so it literally takes like 3 to 4 minutes. And then you get it off and you put like cheese on it, just like a slice of cheese. And you can put your Big Mac sauce on it, which that is what makes the whole thing, I think, the Big Mac sauce. And it's super easy to make yourself, just most ingredients you have, you know, in your fridge anyway. And then you can put lettuce on it, and then if you like pickles, onions, all of that, you can put that on. We did not, but it was delicious. I'm definitely going to store this for future use for when I don't know what to make, but if I have burger out. So a pound was actually enough. I could have done with a little bit more, but in the end, I don't feel like stuffing myself anyway, and so it worked out really well. It was great. The family loved it. Oakland's a little bit like that, but she's so picky about everything that it's hard to please her. So I'm not going to go by her opinion, but Nick thought it was one of the best things I've ever made. I'm like, okay. So yeah, the boys also loved it, and it's a win. It's a win, which is great. So I am actually getting ready to head out on a little date with Jackson. So I don't have any more plans for the rest of the evening as far as cooking and baking. I feel like I've been in the kitchen a lot the last 2 days. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and make sure you go check out Walnut Creek Foods in the description box. And I want to thank you all for watching today. I will see you next time. Bye!